Pedro Capetillo says, "Hi, my name is Pedro. I have 2.5 years of experience in 3D art. I'm currently seeking a position as a hard surface artist, but I've found the job search to be quite challenging. Could you provide some advice on how to improve my portfolio?" Of course. So, Pedro, the first thing that I notice here is that the elements that you're adding to your portfolio are a little bit, again, on the simple side of things. Like, what is this? Like, I understand that you did this project. They're like hairpins or something. But from a technical perspective, this is nothing, right? Like, this is not impressive. It's not that it's not good. If you were able to like sell this as a project or whatever, that's cool. But from a technical perspective, I know everyone who knows how to use the Quadro tool can make these elements right there. So you might not want to add this into your portfolio. And then again, when we're doing fan art, like this little R2D2 right here, you need to really make sure you know how to do it. There's a lot of very low poly looking things in here, and this is not really up to the quality bar that we've seen R2D2 in games, in movies, and in other productions. So that's why fan art can be a double-edged sword. Yes, it's gonna get you views and likes, but if you don't do it the right way, like, look at this, man. Like, this is not ideal. Like, it's so dense, like so dense, and that's the problem. Like, at first I thought it was very low poly, and then I see that wireframe, it's so dense, so I don't really understand how you're optimizing your loops. Okay, let's take a look at this one. Yeah, I mean, I always try to be as honest as possible, but sometimes honesty can come up as a rudeness or as being a douche, right? Metal edge were everywhere. Careful with that. Okay, your topology is a little bit better here, but still too high. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do for you, my friend, because I'm missing a little bit of information. I'm not sure if you're here, Pedro, if you're watching the stream, but here's the problem. I don't understand what your focus is. What I mean by this is, I know you mentioned you want to be a hard surface artist. Cool. For games or for film, because they're different. Based on the amount of topology that you're using, it gives me the idea that you're doing it for film. But based on the quality that I'm seeing, it kind of looks like you want to go for games. So it's a little bit difficult for me to give you an advice. But one thing I can tell you is you're using way too much geometry where you don't need it, and your textures are not as clean as they should be, okay? So try to work on that. If I could give you an advice for a course, I haven't done a hard surface course for this channel yet, but maybe take a look at the Blender course that I did, the AAA weapon for games, because that's going to give you a good understanding of where we want to have the density of the objects and where we don't want to have the density of the objects, and that should give you a better understanding on how to properly prepare your textures. Let's see. What part of shadows is different from the center? Stokes said, if we want to work in the industry, we have to be comfortable with feedback. So whatever he says, don't take it personally, use it to grow. Yeah, exactly, guys. And that's, this week we had a video on the channel talking about like university education versus self-taught education, pros and cons and things like that. And one of the things that I mentioned is that one of the cool things about going to a school is that you are going to get feedback, and your work is going to get shit on in front of everyone else's, and you're going to learn. That's the kind of stuff that you're going to be like learning about, and usually people will do it in a way to make you grow as an artist, not to make you feel bad. I had a teacher who was really douchey, and he would do it to make you feel bad. He eventually got fired. So yeah, you might get some bad experiences, but it's important that you learn how to take that criticism, the fact that it's against your work, or the criticism goes towards your work, not against, towards your work, and not towards you as an artist. Karma, the portfolio is, Mr. V, the portfolio review is now closed, so you're not going to be able to submit for this portfolio review right now, but we have one portfolio review every month, so the next month portfolio review is going to be opening in September. Make sure to join our Discord channel so that you can get your stuff, like, seen.